Hey guys, and welcome to our channel. Today we have another beautiful 2023 Mercedes Sprinter van, and we are going to upgrade the lights again. This time we have a completely brand new setup from Mercedes. Front and rear tail lights, front headlights and rear tail lights, and we're gonna be putting it in the Sprinter van. On the previous videos I checked all the messages and people are asking how to remove the bumper. I'm gonna show in this video how to remove the bumper. Also, I will tell you where I'm buying the lights, where is the best place to buy them, what's the difference between the new lights and the used lights. So let's start it up. So here you see all the part numbers on the new lights if you're gonna buy them from the Mercedes. I was buying these lights from Mercedes of Linwood here in Washington State, but that's gonna be my last purchase of the lights at this particular place, because they don't want to do a better pricing for me. And you know, I was trying to contact this guy, and he is not a good salesperson. So I found those lights on the internet. The other dealerships are selling them much cheaper, so I suggest them to the Mercedes warranty can be covered at them as well. I suggest you to buy them online and not buying them at the dealerships. But anyways, first thing you have to remember, the lights are coming bare. They don't have any modules at all. They don't have the main ballast. They don't have the corner ballast. So you have to buy those ballast modules new as well, new or used, whatever. And this is a big deal, because if you will not put any of those modules, you'll have to take out the light again. In our case, we went with I recommend people to go with the new lights. Why? Of course, price difference. They're probably twice more expensive or even more with the eBay lights, but in this case, they are covered with a Mercedes warranty. So if something gonna happen, Mercedes will cover that light and will give you the brand new light. For example, we had an issue with the rear tail light, brand new tail light from Mercedes, and guy called me after, like, I don't know, 4 months or 6 months, and he got a condensation in the light. And I gave him all the receipts. He went to Mercedes and they gave him brand new light, and they put it in without any charge. So this thing is pretty, this option is pretty convenient, especially the eBay lights. In most of the cases, the lights come from one vehicle, the modules are coming from the different vehicle. It takes a lot longer to code them and program them. Sometimes they are not even working. I've been dealing with that, or the lights have broken taps. If you don't mind any of that, you can buy the eBay lights. Also, the other place where you can source them is the website called Car Parts. In the future, we're planning to open our own online store, and we'll keep them at a very good price in stock, either used or new, but we will warranty them as well and cover them from any defects for, I don't know, maybe a year or something like that. And we'll offer the coding and programming remote feature. You can send the computer to you to do the job. So what you need to do to take out the bumper? First, we're starting with removing the grill. We have Torx 25. Torx 25. Now we have Torx 30, 2 bolts. We have Torx 45, 2 bolts. I'm going to take them off. Now I'm going to show you the plastic grommets are holding the bumper, similar to this one but smaller size. They're holding the bumper on the wheel wells on the both sides and underneath. So I'm going to show you real quick where they are located. In order to take them off, you will need a tool like this, and you will be able to carefully unplug all those grommets. It's the left side here. Have number one over here. Carefully prying them, and they come off pretty easy. One. So not just the five grommets, they are holding the wheel well, and there is a hidden one over here, this one, that is holding the bumper to the bracket itself. You also just pretty easily unclip that. Yeah, and on the other side as well. And then just with your hand, that's it. Bumper is undone. Now when both sides are loose, all the bolts are out, we can easily take off the bumper, but we need to unplug the fog lights and the parking sensors. That's why you carefully holding bumper with one of your knees, lift the bumper and put it down even carefully. Now you'll see the access to the wiring. Just simply unclip the wiring, and the same to the other side. Now when all the wiring is undone, you can easily take off your bumper. The headlights are holding with 4 Torx 30, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Just simply take them off, disconnect the socket here, this one. On my other video, I show how to change the order of those wiring to make the light work. If you ever think on taking off this thing, you have to be very careful because it is calibrated, and if you take it off, put it back again, you will need to be recalibrated, or if you disconnect it and disconnect it again, it will need to be recalibrated, and it can be calibrated only using the Mercedes computer. Same here. We're taking off all 4 Torx. We'll change the order on the wiring, and at this point that will be done. First of all, you need to get an access to the SEM module. It's located over here where the passenger foot compartment is. Undoing these plugs, taking off the cover, and carefully, it's better to take off this cover too. Torx 25. Taking it off. lifting the carpet. Once you lift the carpet, you have to remove this tray for your jack, for the wheel tool, and then you'll have an access to this bolt, and also carefully taking off this cover. You gotta be very careful not to break it. And you have this plug here. So I'll explain again the idea of doing that kind of thing. Right now we have our wiring coming from both headlights to the SEM module. All we do, we're changing the order of the lights of the wiring, right? We're cutting them and reassigning to the options that we need. And we'll cut a couple of those wires and connect them to the CAN network. And we also need a power supply. This number 6869 fuse, that's our power supply from factory to the LED lights. All we need, 2 wiring for the power supply and 4 wires for the CAN high and CAN low. You can easily connect all those 4 wiring to this CAN bus. Connect 2 wiring, 2 of them will be CAN low and 2 will be your CAN high. I prefer to solder them, or if you have the connectors, you can then plug them in here. Doesn't really matter, they will work either way fine. Same here, you're just pulling this thing and just putting 2 wires underneath the fuse module. I'll show you. See, this is why people sometimes asking why it is so expensive to do this job. It's not because, you know, it takes a lot of time to take out the bumper and put the lights. No. For example, we have a brand new lights here and they are connected 100%. But as you see, none of them working, right? But when we go to the computer, and we see I'm gonna start a new test. See, here's the left and right headlamps already identified. So the computer sees them, but they are not working. And you cannot make them work, I mean, without the coding. So go left and we see left headlight, left headlamp, the communication, current and store full code. We use the engineering software, right? That's where we're gonna configure our lights and make them work. That's the only way, because dealership, they will not program and code you those lights, except some very rare situations where maybe you have a friend or something like that. But in most of the cases, they will not make those lights work for you. Here's our short test. Test the high beam, and I tested before the low beam. And as you see here on the dash, no full codes. The lights are off, low beam, high beam, everything works excellent.